Hey guys, Chelsea here, and today I'm going to be showing you how we made an outdoor chalkboard for our backyard using this old 4x8 chalkboard that we found at our local restore for only $20. We live in a region with some pretty harsh weather. I'm talking months of snow in the winter. So all of the tutorials that I was finding for outdoor chalkboards just weren't going to work for us. So we got to dreaming and came up with this idea to make something to house the chalkboard, sort of like a box, and keep it protected from the harsh weather. So here's how we did it. Using 2x6 cedar, we built this frame, which was a little bit bigger than our chalkboard. We joined the corners of the frame by cutting 45-degree miter cuts and then screwing them together with construction screws. For the back and the sides of the frame, we used exterior siding. We cut it down to size to fit on the back, which was, like I said, a little bit bigger than our chalkboard, 4 feet by 8 feet. And then we also added the siding to the edges of the frame as well. Don't worry too much about the corners because those are going to be trimmed out. As a really budget-friendly way to do trim, we decided to go with cedar fence pickets. One, they're really affordable, and two, they're made to be outdoors, so they are perfect for this outdoor chalkboard. We ripped them down to 1-inch pieces for the main box of the chalkboard. For the doors, we made them out of that same exterior siding, and then we attached the cedar fence pickets to the front with screws. We also attached one diagonal piece in the middle of the doors for some added support and interest. Of course, one super important part of this outdoor project is making sure it's waterproof. So we're using DAP's Dynaflex Ultra exterior sealant. We use this on all of the joints and seams and every single nail hole on this project. It'll keep it nice and protected through that harsh weather. Then we gave the cedar trim a fresh coat of primer and then finished everything off with exterior paint. You don't need to worry about priming the siding because it's already pre-primed. For the hinges, we actually went with something really heavy duty that we found at our local farm store. It's called a hinge strap, but it required us to chisel out some of the frame behind the doors to make sure that the doors were able to sit flush. Then we just attached the hinge strap to the inside of the door using these bolts. To make the hinges work, you just attach the lag bolt provided. We put it in at a diagonal, and then it has a pin that the hinge kind of sets on top of to make it all work. Next, you can cut out some pressure-treated lumber and then attach it to your fence where the chalkboard is going to go. These will be your supports and where you will screw the chalkboard to the fence. Our chalkboard ended up being really heavy, so we actually ended up digging some post holes below and attaching some 4x4 posts to the bottom of the box as well. This helped support some of the weight. Then you can just set the chalkboard into the holes and start leveling. You may need to add or remove some more dirt from the posts just to make sure everything's level. Be sure to level it both horizontally and vertically. Once everything's nice and level, you can secure the chalkboard box to the fence by screwing it into the support pieces that you added. For the top of the chalkboard, at the last minute, we actually decided to switch up the plans a little bit and add a live roof. It's super fun. For the base of the roof, we used 1/2-inch plywood and then attached aluminum flashing to the very top. And then of course, on all the nail holes, we applied more of that Dynaflex exterior sealant. Be sure that the aluminum flashing covers the entire piece of the plywood and wraps around the outside just to make sure no moisture gets on that wood. For the sides of the roof, we used pressure treated lumber. You can see here that we made the front piece a lot shorter than the back. This allows a slight angle to the plants inside and you're able to see them from the front a lot easier. Before setting the roof up onto the chalkboard, we added exterior paint and primer to the back of it. Then you can attach it to the base of the live roof just by using screws. Now it's time to add that chalkboard we've been talking so much about. For this, we used DAP's Dynagrip Heavy Duty Max construction adhesive. It was perfect because it has an instant grab. We applied a whole tube to the back of the chalkboard and then just pressed it on. Next, you want to cut plastic sheathing and staple it into place. For drainage, we cut a very small hole in the plastic sheathing at the lowest part of each planter bed. These holes are designed so that the water will essentially just go behind the chalkboard and drop to the ground. Now remember that everything on the back of the chalkboard is either pressure treated wood or it's been sealed. Next, you saw that we put some drainage rock down, finished painting off the frame, put in cactus soil, and of course finished it off with some pretty succulents. We are loving our outdoor chalkboard, and I'm so glad we decided to change our plans and add this live roof because it really adds so much to this project. We had a lot of fun showing you how to make this outdoor chalkboard for our backyard. I hope you guys are able to do this in your backyard. You can see here that it's already getting a lot of use out of it. Our kiddos are loving it so far, and it was so fun to make, and now it's fun to share with them and enjoy. So I'm sharing this video as a part of the DIY Mommies 2019 Outdoor DIY and Decor Challenge. So I'll be sure to link to the playlist below in the comments, and you can check out all of the other fun projects too. And I also wanted to take a quick minute to thank DAP for sponsoring this project. Of course, one of the most important parts of this was that the chalkboard was waterproof, and we were able to accomplish that using DAP's Dynaflex Ultra. All right, for more tutorials, visit makingmanzanita.com.